Right, good afternoon everybody. Here we go again. A bit of an afternoon hike. We're in Fujairah. I'll put this up there so you can see my face. A new one here. This route's only been open 2 or 3 weeks, that's all. I came back from the mountain biking, the great Gravity Series race last weekend, only a few days ago, and I saw a few cars parked here, so I thought I'd definitely get up here and have a look and find out what they're doing. So it's called Wadi Al Ghuna. It's a Fujairah Adventures hiking trail. Much more than that I don't know. It's newly opened, so I'm really expecting a good trail, to be honest. There's been no rains at all since it's been opened. Yeah, it's right on the main road, very close to Masafi, so I'll put all the links and information about the start. And indeed, I've got the GPS running, so height and length and time, that'll all go in the description. Yeah, I'm expecting, only yesterday we tried to do the Malaya fossil rock and we had to abort on that hike. It was an absolute disaster. So I'll make a quick film about that. But really, I'm thinking this is going to be a great one. It's got good reviews, but the truth is, you know me, I'm a bit cynical. A lot of people find it difficult to say anything bad about anything. So just because there's good reviews doesn't mean that this is a good trail. Have a look what I'm looking at. It's really obvious. Well marked out. Let's hope it stays this way all the way. What am I expecting to see up here? Well, it's a wadi. So will I see some water? Good chance. Definitely some wildlife. Plenty of birds. I wonder if we'll see an Arabian fox, a desert fox today. And there's a lovely tree. And always when you see these trees, always look up these trees for squirrels. The little chipmunks. Because they are lovely. All right then, I've got plenty of water, plenty of mango fruit, got a pack of biscuits, and let's go and explore this trail. As soon as I turn the camera off, the trail suddenly going from a lovely, nice, bright, open trail becomes this exciting bridge across the wadi. So I love it already. I really do love this. Yeah, I was just thinking, we're right on the edge here of Wadi Al National Park. And that is probably, apart from Jebel Jais, where you've got the really, really high mountains, and up in Al Toyen, these are probably the highest mountains in this area. So they go to over 1,000 meters here. So we really could expect virtually anything. Oh yeah, look at this. Wadi Al Ghuna. A few people have slipped here. It's a little bit slippy, and indeed, true to form, I slip a little bit. Been some rock falls, but very exciting. Now it may well go underneath and go up that way. I was assuming it was going to go up to Wadi Al. I know nothing about this trail, and suppose that's why we're around here exploring it. Let's find out. Yeah, not at all what I was expecting. My preconceived idea was because it was on the side of the road, it would automatically go straight into the mountains. But in actual fact, we walked away from the road, and the trail here goes right along the edge of quite a big wadi bank. Plenty of these little stone pyramids, stone towers to guide us on our way. So I wonder if we're going to go underneath that bridge, or we're going to turn right and go up this wadi. Oh, truth be told, I want to turn right. Look at this. Look. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Come on. It looks like it is. We're going up here. And a wadi is a dry riverbed. Otherwise it'd be a river, not a wadi. And look what we've got here. Let's get back on the trail. Just said to my wife then, I'm really pleased we made the effort to come and do this hike this afternoon. Could easily have done something else. And because the banks are so high, I mean, this is, I'm going to say, I mean, I'm quite there, 20 metres. That's over 30 metres straight up. And we're right in the middle of the wadi. And so, there's plenty of shade. It's very cool here. I would imagine this is a great hike in the summer when you're looking for a bit of protection from the sun. Could be fantastic. My wife just said she actually doesn't want to tell anyone else about this, keep it a secret for ourselves. But I suppose only nice people will come up here, so I don't mind telling you all. I can hear water. I can hear water. Let's see. Wow. Fantastic. Look at this. This is picture postcard beautiful. Picture postcard beautiful. As Simon Cowell would say, I don't like it. I love it. Very good. It just gets better and better and better. Honestly, it just keeps getting better. Look at this. This is 20 minutes away from the main road. And it's not rained here for a long time. I used to wonder about Wadi Al Ghuna. They got the waterfall there. I've been to see it a few times. It's actually closed to the public. And they told me about this all year round waterfall. It's 8 metres high. And it's very, very interesting. But at first when I arrived here, I was a bit cynical, a bit sceptical. And I thought there's no way in 50-degree heat you could have all year round waterfall. Just no way. The whole fundamental precipitation cycle, the way things happen, it just couldn't work. But to be honest, I believe it. And Tanya's just said, this is even better. And it is, isn't it? I've walked pretty much on every hiking trail in the whole UAE. Pretty much every hiking trail. Up in the north of Ras Al Khaimah, down in Al-Ain, in city ones in Dubai, in Malaysia, in Hatta, all of the ones in Fujairah numerous times. I promise you, I mean, I go every single weekend, sometimes midweek. And I'm telling you now, it's been a long time since I've said to myself, wow, I really, really am pleased. I enjoy them all. I think this is great, but this is different, absolute different class. Isn't this wonderful? Isn't this absolutely wonderful? I think go that side, Tanya. Go across there and up there. It's beautiful, isn't it? You can do. That's crystal clear. You can drink that. There are fish. Unbelievable. And these are not little fish that someone's put in there.
I don't know what to do. This is just so beautiful.
It is super beautiful.
You should be turtle.
The turtles will eat all the fish though, and then we'll be sad. So where's the hiking trail here? Imagine we're not even on the trail. Look, there's a tower there, so we're on it. I wonder if it's telling us to go up there.
I'm not gonna go there because how can we hike in there?
Let's have a look. Tanya's doing it the explorer style. These rocks are so grippy though in a pair of trainers.
They're not big, they're tall.
Yeah,
Well, some places are.
if they're wet they will be. Or they can be. Frog! You hold this and I'll catch the frog. And then when I hold him just there, yeah?
What do I do?
Just nothing.
Is a frog?
Yeah, come on. Look who I found. Put it down low in case he jumps.
He's a bit.
Oh,
Oh, bless.
he's okay. Oh yeah.
Look how lovely he is swimming. Maybe you saw a frog and it wasn't a fish.
No, 100% fish. 100%. 100%. Well, I said we might see goats. I didn't say goats actually. I said we might see wildlife, see birds, foxes. But I promise you, I didn't think we'd see frogs and fish. No way. Right. The wadi just gets bigger. Just keeps giving. This is the hiking trail that keeps giving. Wow. Honestly, this is just, I said not long ago, 5-10 minutes ago, it's the hike that just keeps on giving. And then I find even more interesting stuff. Not easy with one hand. Oh, Tanya, look at this. Looks like what? Oh, we're going up. It's a wadi, so water only flows downhill, so we're going up. Right then, it's official, everybody. Whatever you're doing this weekend, you're going to cancel it. You're going to get in your car. You're going to follow the information I give you in the description. And you're going to come up here, and you'll see me here. It's so amazing. You actually don't think about the hiking trail. I've not looked at it and thought, oh, that's a bit tough, or better be careful here. You're just walking past things like that. Tanya's going to bring a swimming costume, so definitely get yourselves up here to see Tanya swimming. You could 100% swim in there. All right, so go all the way along and then come back. Yeah, I'm just thinking out loud that there's no way that this is going to be the best kept secret. No way we can keep this secret. So what I would suggest is I can imagine at the weekend something like this is going to become extremely popular, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but we got this to ourselves. There was one other car, and it didn't really look like a tourist car or somebody come hiking. I did see a gentleman praying back there, so maybe that was his pickup. But you could definitely come here. Sunset at the moment is 6 o'clock in the evening. We're in, what month are we in?
January.
We're still in January. Wow. We're in January, so 6 o'clock in the evening. Days are getting longer now. So if you can sneak a half day off from work, get yourselves here, I don't know, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. As I say, I don't know how long it is. I've got the GPS working. So I feel this is even more special because it's just ours at the moment. Just ours.
Hello.
What have you seen?
A lot of frogs in here.
A lot of frogs. Right, we're in frog. And there's tadpoles as well down there, so there's going to be lots more. Thousands of tadpoles here, Tanya.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Don't be scared.
I'm not scared.
No, the frogs.
Oh, the frogs.
I love when they're swimming. Look how pretty they look.
They're elegant, aren't they? Don't you have to kiss one of those to find your prince? Isn't that what happens? You have to kiss the frog.
Well, I kissed a prince and he became a frog.
Oh, is that right? You kissed a frog and he became a prince? No, you kissed a frog.
No.
Tell me again.
I kissed a prince, in this case you, and then you became a frog.
Oh, no. That's not how it works. To be honest, these frogs are probably nicer than princes. Let's get it right. Think about Prince Harry and all the stuff he's doing, and Prince Charles, Principe Carlos. Why have I started thinking about that? Right. My wife is a bit shy sometimes, which I don't mind because I'm a bit extrovert. But she said even this tree, it looks like they've created a special garden for it, like I made a wall, just a very special enclosure for the tree. Or am I getting too romantic about this whole thing? Is it just a load of old rubbish? It's a terrible walk. No? No, it's great. I was thinking about this when I was on an aeroplane flight to South America not long ago. And I was thinking that I think I've got enough now to start doing a few top lists, top 10 hikes, introduction to hiking, the best hike, my favourite, what's best for. Without a doubt, every single one of those lists is going to include this. It's actually very low level. Some of the climbing up the walls is a little bit, you've got to be careful. Don't become too complacent. But the majority of this is actually walking on loose rubble right up the centre of a wadi. So it's quite easy to do. I'll also keep quantifying everything I say in that I have no idea what's ahead of us. Here's another gentleman walking down. Salam alaikum. Kef halak? Good? How are you, brother? Good to see you. Nice to see you.
Thank you.
It's wonderful. It's amazing.
Oh, مظبوط.
I love it. Take care, brother. Bye-bye now. I don't need any translator to tell me what that man's just said to me. He's definitely just said this is an amazing hiking trail. Carry on. Without a doubt. Right, a small note of caution. I'm always a bit of a party pooper. I'm the first one to say, let's turn the music down. It's a bit noisy for the neighbours. Or have we thought about this or that? Time for bed. But I've just nearly twisted my ankle there on some of these rocks, so be careful still. Oh, what is he doing in there? That is a good place for a frog to hide. We used to live very close to Richard Attenborough, or was it David Attenborough? Who's the one that's alive? Who does the nature shows, Tanya? David, yeah. We used to live very close to him on the River Thames. So I might send him a little message and say, hey, I know you don't do travelling anymore, but I love your documentaries. Come up here and have a look at these. We've got another waterfall. We've got another waterfall and a big swimming pool now. And this is deep. Look at this one. You could jump in this. You could jump off there quite safely.
No, you cannot jump here.
Of course you can. That's 1.5 meters
You
deep.
cannot die.
Watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's about 200 meters deep, that, Tanya. It's not, it's about 1.5 meters deep. Right. As I say, it's, there are some little bits that are quite difficult. So I'll give you the full rundown. There's a nice step here. I'll stay here so my wife can see where to put her feet. Come, Tanya. Yeah, well, it gets a bit tougher for a second. So right foot where my right foot is. Hand here. Yeah, well, I'm showing you, because when I'm there, don't worry about that. We'll sort that out when we get back. That might be the way we come back, this way here.
The thing is, I won't be able to come back.
Right, we'll get you down, don't worry. That's it, well done. Excellent work. That's it. There's a lot of these, you're just going to find your way over. Well done.
I'm getting tired.
We'll stop and have some mango in a minute, yeah? So over 2.5 kilometres gone, 2.63 kilometres. And we're at yet another, I won't say a waterfall, it's like a cascade. There's a way around there? Oh, okay, that must be easier. Yeah, as I said before, you've got to kind of find your way around these little waterfalls, which is not really difficult, but some people might find it a little bit more challenging. But I suppose with 2 people there and a helping hand, you'll get yourself over. As ever, take care though, don't push yourself beyond. I think it might be time for us to stop and have a drink, don't you think? This is not a bad place to have some mango and water. It's not a bad place at all. Oh, she's very tasty now, sweet.
It's lovely.
big frog there. I see him on the top. Right in the middle, I'll throw a grape at him. See?
Look at his leg.
I know, that's called the breaststroke. He is loving it, isn't he?
Mango?
Oh, bless.
What?
I think he's pretending no one can see him. Isn't he?
He looks like he is. Yeah.
Right, we've left the wadi a little bit here and come up onto a high bank on the left. This is purpose built. And we've left the frogs behind and we've met the butterflies. I must love that tree there. But now it just carries on. So we're at 3.26 kilometres. I keep saying the same thing, not only to the camera, but to myself. This might be the end. This might be, oh no, there's another one here. There's a stone mountain. I don't know. No, there's a stone tower here. Some steps. We'll go 5 more minutes, Tanya. Yeah? Of course, not knowing the route means that I'm not really sure where the end of the trail is. Oh, it's absolutely lovely. So we're going to turn around in 4 minutes' time, and then sunset's at 10 to 6 this time of year. But if we don't get to the end, I'll definitely come back and do the rest for you. Okay, come and have a look at this, Tanya. I think, now Tanya's got better eyes than me. Another big frog there. Does that look like a hiking trail up there? Show you what we can see at the side of that mountain.
My goodness, no way you can see.
All right, so that's a good, I'm going to say that's a good 30 or 40 minutes further on so far.
It's like 4 hours walking.
That's good though, it means we're going to have to come back.
Yeah.
All right, so we're at 3:37. We've been going an hour and 20 minutes. I don't mind, once you don't tread on the frogs. So we're going to turn for home now. We'll come back and tell you all about it another day. But already what I've seen, coming back another day is not going to make me change my opinion. It just means that maybe up there, it's going to be even better. What is already a great hiking trail is going to become I still think the classic for me, the classic is the ecological trail up in Ain Al Sharia. And Tanya's saying, no, this is number one. I suppose what we'll say is the jury is out for the time being. Oh, bless. At least you'll be on camera if you fall in. OMG. There's a way around this way here, sweet, look. There.
Oh, yes.
Well done. Spider woman. All right, we're going to have to head on down. I'll put this film up and then we'll do a full film when we come back. It's a shame I didn't get it on the camera because my wife's just been for a little paddle. So there's the way across. If you don't have to, there's no good reason to go for a walk in this. Is it cold? She just said it's cold. I suppose in the height of the summer, 50 degrees air temperature, maybe that's cold water. If it's still here, will be very nice. But not today, thank you. It's freezing here in Fujairah. 25 degrees, freezing. To all you people in Europe, especially, what about you people up in Canada and in Buffalo, Niagara Falls that froze only a few days ago. Wow. Yeah, 25 degrees cold it is here. We're well on our way down now. It's we've been going about an hour and 46. I say not moving time, travelling time in total. We've stopped a lot of times for photos and videos and for a nice little break. We've done 4.7 kilometres coming down. It's nice. I prefer going up. And you've got to be careful to make sure you kind of follow the same routes. It's just, again, it's still just wonderful. Just look at this, back to that big pool. I think this was the deep one. Yeah. So I'm going to post this video up and then I'll quickly come back later in the week and do the full data and put it all in the description for you. This is the best place to fall in, Tanya.
No.
Because at least it'd be...
Really inside, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the depth, isn't it? Big step. Oh yeah. Yeah, so we're just plodding on back down. As I said on the way up, I think we have a tendency, it's like one of those films, don't look down, but you find yourself looking down. Another thing I would say is make sure you wear hiking trainers up here. A lot of times, I haven't twisted my ankles, but there's a lot of times I've sort of stood on stones, I've moved, and my ankles have had to flex left and right, pronate, supinate, whatever the terminology is for that movement of the ankle. And some waterproof socks if your name's Tanya and you want to go paddling. But what I was saying is you have a tendency to look down where you're putting your feet. But if you look up, I described the Wadi walls as 20 or 30 metres. At times, honestly, they're over 100 metres. I mean, just look at this now. I'll just turn it around right now. You couldn't script it. That's several hundred metres high. Several hundred metres high. It's breathtaking. I've become complacent because I do this all the time. But this has kind of reopened my eyes as to what there is here. It truly is breathtaking.
Well, the national park, isn't it?
Well, yeah, this may well be part of the national park. You're right, Wadi Al Ghuna. I'm not sure it is because I think there would be a sign. But certainly, I imagine the top of the trail is the border of Wadi Al Ghuna National Park, logically thinking.
Close.
Yeah, it's certainly the same mountain range. Just look at this. Just look at this. Also, last couple of things I'll say about this afternoon's hike. One thing you don't get in the film is the fact that the smell is lovely as well. It's kind of got a freshness about the air. I know the temperature's quite cool and I know the water is running. If it were another 30 or 40 degrees hotter, or 30 degrees hotter, which it could easily be, and the water was stagnated and there were flies on there and a goat had fallen in and died and lots of things like that, it could smell a whole lot different. But right now, it smells lovely. So, I remember we had to double back on ourselves here.
Oh, this is the hike.
No, I don't think so. I think one big step and we're up. Yeah. Yeah, easy from here. Yeah.
Right, this is the best start to learn what we call
You're going to jump in?
it's not big enough. So you think it's gonna break your neck?
I think you'd break your ankles, wouldn't you? Well, if you went in head first, I suppose you deserve everything you get. Yeah, I can't imagine that the Red Bull Cliff Diving Championships are going to be held here. Just before we get to the bottom, I'll give a big shout out to my co-star on this afternoon's activity. She's done an impression so far of a mountain goat climbing up and down the rocks. She's done her impression of a frog going for a little paddle. And she's been very, very, very good today. And she's hungry as well, which can only mean one thing. I presume that means al mala. We said it together. Yeah, chicken sheath taouk, white rice, and hang on, we got lost. Maybe it's that way. Yeah, there's a tower there.
Are you sure it's not this way?
You're going to have a little look? You decide. No, this is it.
Sorry?
This is it. Yeah. Yeah, and coming down, there's just been a series of these little walk yourselves into a cul-de-sac, into a dead end, and then realising there's another way. So don't be afraid to stop and turn around and retrace your steps. And you might find a lovely little pathway like this. Nearly back now. We've been just a bit over 6 kilometres, 6.1 kilometres. And I remember this staircase when we came down. So I think we've only got a few hundred metres to go. And I remember coming down thinking this is the world's worst staircase. And I've not changed my opinion. It's the world's most exciting staircase. But that's very interesting, isn't it? It's like a rock fall, isn't it? So I think we've timed this about right now. Sunset looks to be upon us. And we've been on the move now, albeit with some stops, for 2.25 hours. So we've had a good workout. Say goodbye to everybody. Right, I can see the truck, and from that point of view, I think it's a good time to sign off. I'd like to say peace out to everybody. Thank you for joining us this afternoon on this wonderful, wonderful hike. I'll put all the extra info. I'll get up back there later. I'll get up there later in the week. I'll do the full course quickly, and I'll put the full amount in the description. As I say, I think it's only going to be better than what we've seen today, and today has been brilliant. Right, I'm a little bit out of breath because I've just had to climb up from down there in the, I call it the Botanical Gardens, because in my haste, I've come very quickly up. I've only taken about 50 minutes to get to here. And this is just above where Tanya and I, my wife and I, turned. And a few times, because I'm going quicker, I've basically got my head down, I'm following the water. A couple of times I kind of walked myself into the cul-de-sac I mentioned, and that's all I'll mention later in the film possibly, and then realised, oh, there's a lovely trail just a bit higher. So sometimes less is more. Less haste, more speed. Work smarter, all those kind of old cliches. Right then, so we picked this film up now. We didn't make this last time because we ran out of time, and I've been 3.43 kilometres, and I'll show you what I'm looking at now. And I presume the trail kind of turns for home at the top of this valley, almost like the top of the mountain. But once again, I don't know. Not done it before. Very much on virgin territory for me. So, what are the changes between last week and this week? Now, it's rained a few times in the intervening time, and I assumed there would be a lot more water here. But if I'm being honest, the water levels are probably similar. A little bit more. But I thought I could maybe put a side by side. Last week was lovely. This week was extraordinary, like Angel Falls or Foz de Iguazu or Niagara Falls or something like that. But it's not. Very similar. However, on the way up, let me do this. I should stop and talk. Believe you me, this is a tough old climb as well. I'm going to say it's easy walking, but physically demanding. I'll tell you about the easy walking. 99% of it is easy walking, and then 1% of it is extremely difficult rock scrambling, climbing. So I'll tell you about that in a second. Remind me if I forget. So anyway, differences. Last week we were catching frogs, tadpoles swimming around. Lovely, lovely, lovely. This week, not one single frog, not one. I've seen one tadpole, one only. Quite big and looked like he was ready to turn into a frog. But I assume the snakes and the birds are full up because I haven't seen a single frog. And I don't think it's that they're hiding from me. Last time you couldn't miss them. Also, on the way up, I met two lovely gentlemen. And hopefully I'll see them on the way down as well because they were cooking their lunch. And they'd had fish on a hot stone, tomatoes. It's very civilised what they were doing. Fresh coffee on the brew. It was really nice. I was quite jealous. They offered for me to have lunch, but I had to respectfully decline because I got so much to do. However, it smelled beautiful. So that's Jazim and Dawood. And I've been here for 5 years, not in this valley, but in the UAE. And my name, when I'm not the English explorer, is David. And I just spoke to Dawood, told him my name. He said, oh, we're the same. They both speak perfect English. And then I felt like a right idiot. To be honest, I had no idea what my name was in Arabic after 5 years. Shame on me. So what I'm going to tell you all now, your homework, being an old teacher as I used to be, now I'm just an old person, find out what your name is in Arabic so that you don't have to suffer the same ignominy that I just did. So anyway, got chatting to Dawood and Jazim, who were local gentlemen, having the said barbecue. And I said, how much water, when it rains heavily, how much water will be in this valley? And they said, whoa, a lot. I said, could you walk it? And they said, no, impossible. So yeah, note of caution. If there's significant rainfall, it won't take long for the rain to get down into that wadi. It's just there. And there's a lot of mountain for the rain to run off into this single wadi. So yeah, do not come here during the rains, if there's potential heavy rains, or the day after heavy rains. And also, you probably wouldn't be able to enter the bottom wadi, I would suggest. Yeah, the first waterfall is about 2 meters. So if you can get up that, all the other ones look very similar in size. So, let me tell you about that 99% and 1% before I forget. Most of the walk is like this. It's on a trail, or it's up a big flat wadi. You can see it on the film. The stones might be loose. There might be stones to step on, but it's easy. A family could easily get up there. However, I would suggest there is a series of about, I'm going to guess, don't hold me to this, I would suggest there's about 10 waterfalls. And the way around the waterfalls varies. Some are very easy, but some take a little bit of thought, a little bit of problem solving. The first route you see might not be the route that you should be taking. Just because you can jump over it, does that mean that everyone else in your group can? So, from that point of view, I would suggest that this isn't a hike for a family. That being said, a fit family with the parents that can help the children up and over the waterfalls, and a very confident family, and a family that know when to turn around if it gets too dangerous, or know their limits, could easily come and attempt this. All right? So, approach with caution. It's an easy hike with some very difficult bits. And just almost by sheer perfect timing, you know, the editor here needs to be nominated for an Oscar, because I was just telling you how easy this hike was. And going from a lovely, quite flat walk that runs along the side of the wadi, I'm now, I would suggest I'm climbing at close to 45 degrees. And it's quite tough. And it goes over there, look, up there. So I presume it zigzags back over there. I think I'm probably quite close to the top, because we're climbing very quickly now. Been just about an hour, but I've been going quick. Ooh. Yeah, I've been going quick. Oh wow! Look! 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 Woo! I think I'm approaching the top. I can see a flag just over there. You won't see it on camera. And what I was describing with my wife a week ago as maybe my favourite trail, that's how good it was a week ago. This trail today has got better. This is better than my favourite trail, which was the same one last week. Yeah, you've got the wadi with all the waterfalls, the water features, the spectacular high wadi walls, you know, 50, 100 metres high. You get the kind of remoteness of the whole thing, which started me thinking a little bit about what might go wrong. So I would certainly say this is a hike for minimum 2 people. Tell someone you're coming here as well. Do you remember the film about the guy, where was he, in Utah or somewhere, and he went hiking on his own, fell down a ravine, got his arm stuck. Was it 128 hours, 129 hours? And in the end he had to chop his arm off because no one was coming to save him. There's potential similar scenarios here. There are potential similar... Fucking hell, look at this! Look at this! It's like a film set. Honestly, I don't know, I'm thinking about film producers. Danny Boyle, Scorsese. I don't even know that. I wish I watched the TV more, paid more attention to everything. But if there was a James Bond film or a end of the world film where a group of humans look for a sanctuary away from the war of the worlds, end of the days, come up here. No one will find you. You'll be safe. Really, can't speak more highly of this. A big shout out to Fujairah Adventures. Honestly, chapeau, hats off, Fujairah Adventures. This is a great one. Here's the flag. Now, come on. I've seen bigger flags than that. The trouble is someone's going to carry it up here, so I don't blame them bringing a small flag up here. But yeah, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, I have got scheduled in the ecological trail up in the north in Toyen, which for many years I've been saying is my favourite trail. It's the one I recommend above all others because of its history, its views, its size, lots and lots of reasons. So what I'm going to say is the jury is still out. Currently, this is my favourite hiking trail in the whole of the UAE, including Hattersain, including Jebel Al Ram, including Rabi Tower, including Al Badala, including all of them. And they've even put a little welcome sign for me here. Welcome. Shukran. So, now, last thing I can say before I go down. Okay, it's, wow, we're at 586 metres. Let me do this in front. Hold that. So we're at 586 metres. Total ascent, 278 metres. And other data. It's taken me an hour and 11 minutes to get here. An hour and 11, but I've come up here quick. 4 kilometres, 0.22. So it's going to be an 8.5 kilometre really by the time I get back. Now it is an out and back. Dawood and Jazim told me about some other spectacular places around here. They're going to take me there, the guys that I met on the way up. And I have heard from a very good friend that there's a walk out of here another way that takes you right round on a loop. But that's not a hiking trail. And I'm absolutely telling you now not to do that. This is an out and back. Go back on the same trail you came up on. All right. There is a real, let's just have a look up here. There is a real ruggedness about this countryside. Look here. Unbelievable. Wow. Woo! 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 Doing a 360 on a pointy rock's not a good idea. Yeah, there's definitely no trail down there. There's definitely no trail. Back the way we came. Okay, so let's head our way back down the wadi. I mean, we're well and truly at the top of the wadi. There's no rain can get here. The only way the rain gets here is from the clouds. Bang here, and then it goes into the wadi and makes the valley. I mean, in actual fact, I think I might have said this before, a wadi, I think I've been told, is a dry river valley. So in actual fact, this isn't a wadi, this is a valley. I will take some more advice on that and comment on it in another film. Oh yeah, talking about comments, let me know your thoughts on this. Have you been here? Do you want to come here? I would certainly consider coming up here again if anyone needed a walking partner. Let me know, really. Really. If you have been here, do you think it's as good as I say, or am I just full of crap? I don't think so. There's not many people going to disagree with what I say. The wind has picked up as well, which tells me once again I'm at the top. Yeah, so well done Fujairah Adventures on several counts. The fact that you found it in the first place, this is real local knowledge. The fact then, I mean, I've dug mountain trails here in Fujairah over the years, and I know the amount of work that goes into this. This is not like a Sunday afternoon, let's go and dig a mountain trail. This is a team that is led, and the creativity that they've done here is very good. I don't want to be too sycophantic, do you know what I mean? These are all men and they get paid for doing it, I presume. Maybe they don't. I'm not entirely sure. If they're not paid to do it, they need to be. That's the truth. Because what they've created here is brilliant. So thank you, Fujairah Adventures. Much appreciated. Heading quickly down now. Been going an hour and 30 minutes. I stopped for, 5 minutes at the top. Okay, coming down is just as I remembered it before. A little bit more water, but just as spectacular. just as spectacular. Look at this. Absolutely wonderful. Look at this. I will check the original video and see if there's more water in here than there was before. I think a little bit. But you see here, this is what I'm saying. You can see where the water used to be up to. If I go across here, you can see the water's definitely come to here, can't you? You see this visible line here. So in which case it'd be impossible to walk up here. Look at this. Look at it. I love it. This is going to be a popular one. This is going to be a really popular trail. Just about done. Just about done for the second time now. What a walk. There's the cars. Now, I've just met a few people walking up there. I saw two groups of two gentlemen on the way. And as mentioned, very, very nice guys. Very interesting. Had a little chat with them. Now, there were a few families on the way up there with some very small children. So I presume they're really, I mean, I'm talking like a baby in arms. I presume they're only going to kind of the first or second waterfalls, really. I would suggest it wouldn't be prudent for them to carry on all the way up. Yeah, it just shows there's something for everyone here. Just as good as the first time I went up there just a few days ago, which we didn't complete. Just as good, if not maybe even better, because I went to the top. That's taken me 2 hours 21 and I've gone quick. I've stopped for 5 minutes to chat to Dawood and Jazim. I stopped for 5 minutes at the top to take some video and to just take in the breathtaking vistas. I stopped twice for a quick drink of water and a piece of fruitcake. So I would say the minimum that anyone's going to do that is 2 hours. Realistically, minimum 3 hours. It's 8, yeah, it's going to be exactly the same, surprise, surprise. 4:22 going up, 4 kilometers 22 up, so 8:44 entire distance. And I'm about 8:20, 8:29, there's a couple of 100 meters to go yet. Absolutely awesome hiking trail. I won't finish on a downer, but there are some people that have decided, they're not there now, to have their barbecues at the bottom of the wadi. And do you know what I'm saying? It's a pigsty. They're ignorant, they're lazy, they're rude, they're selfish. If this wasn't on camera, I would be free to say exactly what I felt about these type of people that just leave their rubbish on the side of the mountain. I don't like it, I never will. It's not right, don't do it. But anyway, I'm back to the truck. Get up here. Get up here as soon as you can. All the information will be in the description. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Please like the video. YouTube, it's very clever. You press like, it shows it to someone else. All right, guys, peace out to everybody. English Explorer.